Good evening, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader, 5:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night, December 5th, 2021. This isn't financial advice, it's educational. We're talking about Ethereum, ETH. So click that subscribe, click the share, thumbs up. Let's move on. Okay, ETH, US dollar. Still over the trend line, that long-term trend line that started back in March of last year, in 2020. So we're still slightly above it over there. We had that little wick out over there. I'm not worried about it. We're back over the channel. So literally 41.67. The bottom of the channel is at 41.22. So that's our current bogey on support. However, if we do break through that, we still have a 39.68 handle for support. Resistance currently 4,400. Okay, let's go to ETH Bitcoin, and we're going to get into the good stuff in a second. This is nice because I like to talk about, there are two patterns in this video, which I'm so excited about. Number one, ETH Bitcoin is on a move. Here is that pattern we continued to talk about, and now it's starting to shine. ETH has been doing fantastic, and it has to do with one thing. It's a pattern. Patterns always speak louder than trend lines and Fibonacci's, and patterns have always impacted my portfolio in the highest degree over time. So playing patterns is always very interesting, but I think this one here is doing pretty well. We do have a nice solid line of support coming out of this thing like a bull in a china closet. Doesn't know how far it wants to go, but it's definitely looking like it could take us half the length of the flagpole. So we're 41.59 on ETH US dollar. ETH Bitcoin right now does have an area of support at 78.39, and we are way above that at 84.45. Let's move forward. Bitcoin, another pattern just starting to develop here. It's in turquoise. Top line of resistance, bottom line of support. Let's go take a look at what's going on here. Typically with these broadening wedges, man, my first video in New Cypher, we spotted this broadening wedge, and it certainly turned out the way we expected it to be. Broadening wedges, generally speaking, if they break through the top line of resistance, it usually takes it all the way back up to that area where the broadening wedge first started. So this descending broadening wedge is a very bullish one, such that it does exactly that. Now, we did hit a low a couple of days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. I forget. I maybe wiped it out of my memory because, bad news, never good to stick around. However, if it pulls back down, nothing goes up in a straight line. If it comes back down, it comes down to 43,777. It could bounce down on this thing as well. So nothing goes up in a straight line. It never does. So we'll see how it plays out. There's a lot of wiggle room in this range here. So I don't think many people would really even be able to tell you where they think it is. I think over 48K is a good place to be on this back end invisible line of support, which was once resistance. So looking at that also to hold us through. So 48K, as we mentioned yesterday, was important. However, if it doesn't, we can start coming back down. This broadening wedge is very meaningful. In the meantime, Bitcoin dominance. We are still underneath this descending. Now I just drew this other. We have two descending lines of resistance. This green one, which was one support, and then we have one that's been descending line of resistance since mid-November. So a few weeks now in the making. I think this thing continues to go down. Still bullish on the overall Bitcoin pair. We still just might have some more volatility. However, it is shaping up to be pretty good into Sunday night. Asia didn't even crack their doors open for business, so we shall see. But we do have an area of resistance at 41.20. Sorry, a resistance at 41.77. We're 50 basis points below that. Talk soon.